Is there trouble in Pakistan's paradise? They were dreaming about a grand reunion with Bangladesh, perhaps even an alliance against India, but Dhaka is sending mixed signals. First, some context. Pakistan's Foreign Secretary was in Dhaka yesterday. It was the first such visit in 15 years. And that tells a story. Sheikh Hasina used to keep Pakistan at bay, but interim ruler Muhammad Yunus is eyeing a reset. Hence this trip by the Foreign Secretary. She met her Bangladeshi counterpart yesterday. They discussed a number of issues, including trade and investment. But one issue stood out for us, and that's the 1971 war. Dhaka has asked Islamabad to apologize for the genocide. Listen to this.
I raised the historically unresolved issues with Pakistan, such as the repatriation of stranded Pakistanis, Bangladesh's rightful share in undivided assets, the transfer of foreign aid sent for the victims of the 1970 cyclone, and a formal apology for the genocide committed by the then armed forces of Pakistan in 1971.
Sounds a bit out of place, doesn't it? Out of place and out of syllabus. Dhaka was supposed to reset ties with Pakistan, then why are they seeking an apology? Well, they could be doing it for effect. Anyone can stand up and ask for an apology. The question is, are you serious about it? Are you willing to put pressure on Pakistan and force them to say sorry? In this case, clearly not. And I'll tell you why. Pakistan's Foreign Secretary also met Yunus in Dhaka, and he was very optimistic. Let me quote from Dhaka's statement. Chief Advisor Yunus put the emphasis on strengthening ties and boost mutual cooperation and explore trade and business potentials. He said that Bangladesh and Pakistan should exchange more youth and cultural programs to increase people-to-people bonding. Basically, the apology is immaterial. Dhaka has not put conditions on a reset with Pakistan. They're not saying apologize first, only then can we move on. They're resetting ties anyway, and that defeats the point. Pakistan says all issues from 1971 have been resolved. In other words, they will not apologize. That's what they're saying. Instead of pressuring them, what does Yunus do? He wants to exchange students to build a bond. He wants more trade and investments. It tells you what his ultimate goal is. Yunus wants a reset with or without an apology. What does that mean for India? Well, the meeting had several red flags for India, the first being Kashmir. Pakistan says it briefed Dhaka on the situation in Kashmir. And India will not like that. New Delhi considers Kashmir to be a bilateral issue. There is no room for a third party. Second, the two sides discussed SAARC. SAARC stands for South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. It's like ASEAN for South Asia. Dhaka and Islamabad are trying to revive SAARC. Pakistan says it must be insulated from bilateral politics. Again, India disagrees, and for good reason. New Delhi has accused Pakistan of hampering SAARC. Listen to what the Indian Foreign Ministry said in February.
Everyone in South Asia is aware of which country and what activities are responsible for stymieing SAARC. EM conveyed that it is important that Bangladesh should not normalize terrorism.
So Dhaka is clearly ganging up with Pakistan. At the same time, they're targeting India. You may have heard about the communal clashes in West Bengal this week. They began over the recently passed Waqf bill. Dhaka has waded into those clashes. Yunus's press secretary is asking India to protect Indian Muslims. New Delhi has hit back at Bangladesh. Let me quote from the statement. This is a barely disguised and disingenuous attempt to draw a parallel with India's concerns over the ongoing persecution of minorities in Bangladesh, where the criminal perpetrators of such acts continue to roam free. It's a fair point. 274 people have been arrested in West Bengal. Around 60 FIRs have been lodged. And that's very different from Yunus's response. He has tried to downplay the attacks on Bangladesh's minority. He said the attacks were political, not religious, as if that will magically bring back the dead or resurrect demolished houses. If you put all of this together, a clear picture emerges. Muhammad Yunus is a lot more comfortable dealing with Pakistan than India. He prefers Islamabad over New Delhi, and the bonhomie is not over. Pakistan's foreign minister will visit Dhaka later this month. That will give us more clues about Dhaka's attitude. But chances are it will be more of the same.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.